Well, it's still pretty fresh, obviously. Last game yesterday. I think now I will take some time to think about the year, and you think about the good things, the things you need to improve, and thinking back on the entire year. Obviously, the first few months felt really good, and that's something that I'll take with me going into the summer. The way I play, the way I felt, it's right where I want to be. The learning, or the thing I need also to understand is how I play the second half and how I dealt with the entire situation. I think it was more challenging than I expected it to be, and that's something I have to learn from, obviously, how to approach it. And there was so many games I felt like I felt good, but where we are right now, good is not going to be enough. You need to play great to win, and there's a lot of games we were right there but ended up on the wrong side of things. And obviously on a long season, a lot of games, if that's the case, it's going to be hard to make the playoffs. You know, when you end a season, you think about the things you can't control moving forward, and as a player, it's the physical aspect, it's the mental aspect, and technical, and all those three things are something I'm going to look at over the summer. And thinking back to last year, how I felt coming into camp, you know, I trained really hard, and I felt really well prepared. And I felt great the first few months. So, you know, I'm going to do the same this summer. But right now, you just take some time to step away from the game and allow yourself to relax, but also to analyze everything the right way.
So many close games. Are you hopeful the young guys will take that next step next year to benefit this team?
You know, when you're in close games, it comes down to just a couple plays. And if you end up on the wrong side of things, sometimes you feel like you're far away, but you're not. You know, it comes down to that one extra save or a big block or that extra goal. Because we were in so many games where we were just one goal. You know, if you can take one or two steps as a group, individually, we can be on the right side next year. So I think that's something you should remember, you know, when you think about the year, but also when you move forward. Even though, yeah, we were not really close in the end to make the playoffs, but does that mean that we're far away? You know, you see teams go from having a tough year to the next year when you add a few pieces, and just like that, you change the dynamic of everything, and you're in the mix. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about.
Hank, was this your toughest season in some way?
In a way, I would say the last 3 months, definitely the toughest stretch, I think. Just not getting it done. That was frustrating. Like I said, it was a lot of games I felt pretty good, but good wasn't enough to make a difference, and that's what I want to do here. I want to be able to make a difference to help the team win. The first half felt really good. I felt better than I felt in a few years, so that's why I think I need some time to reflect on the entire year, not just the way I felt the last couple months, but again, the way I felt coming into camp and play the first few months, and that's the feeling I want. And so it's hard right now to just, you know, tell you exactly how I feel about the entire year.
Do you need to do anything in terms of your training in your summer or whatever to prepare for the balance of a season rather than full bore at the first half and then, you know, maybe struggle in the second half? I mean, is there something to be said for maybe playing a little bit less in the first half, so you're fresher for the second half as a goaltender. You know, is there anything to be said for that for you?
Well, I think it was not physically, it was more mental, just dealing with the situation we're in. I think coming in, starting last season, very excited and hoping that maybe we can surprise people and maybe sneak in. And I believe that for a long time, and it gave me energy and play. And I think slowly it got to me maybe a little bit when you start to realize that's not the case. We're not going to be where I maybe hoped. It was more like we are where we were expected to be. So that was obviously on me, not being able to maybe have the right mindset personally. I think if you look around the room, you get different answers from different guys how they felt about the season, because we're in, everybody's in a different position. When you're playing your first year, obviously it's very exciting to be here and play the game, and in the end, for me, it's you want to win. You want to win games, but also right now it's about the process, and hopefully everybody feels like we're moving in the right direction and feel that we learned a lot throughout the year. It's been a great group to be around. Everybody works hard, great attitude. I think that's you start with that, and then you start building. But the mindset and how hard you want to work and practice and prepare for games is crucial, and it's been fun to be around a lot of young players with a lot of talent.